Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be looking at Tezos, XTZ, and his valuations against Bitcoin. Remember, if you do like this channel and the other videos that I make on this channel, be sure to hit the like button down below and also consider subscribing. So, with Tezos, it had a very good day yesterday. It went, or last week, it went up 16.57%. This week so far is up almost 4%. If we flip it to the daily, we could see that yesterday I was right. Yesterday was a majority of those gains that week, up 11.15%. With that said, I did buy more XTZ yesterday. It was around 95, 9,500 or 9,600 satoshis. So around yeah, around this level here, right before the move. I wasn't expecting this move, but um it happened nonetheless. So regardless what happened, I was it went to a price level that I was just going to accumulate. I mentioned it over the streams where I was planning on doing a buy order, regardless of what the price was, as long as it was in that general area of 94 to 97. I was going to buy an additional stack for Tezos, and so that's where we are right now. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if this comes back down, but for the meantime, I'm enjoying it. What's going to be interesting with Tezos is that we're in this channel ever since the beginning of January, and we're rising up in this channel, right? So this red weekly candle brought us to the bottom point. We did a bounce, and now we're slowly climbing back. So in the coming weeks, if this does continue to rise, we'll eventually hit this top channel here, and it'll be interesting at that point where Tezos is going to land. Is it going to break above the channel, or is it going to bounce off of it? Now, the thing to take note is that Bitcoin's still below the 20-week moving average for this week. We're going in our fourth week below the 20-week moving average. So with that said, I'm skeptical at best if Tezos is able to break above this channel, or have any remote bullishness in the over short term moves of Tezos. So keep that in mind. Although I do like Tezos, I have a position, obviously, of course I like it, but regardless of that, be skeptical for any of your altcoins to make insane moves during this period because Bitcoin's below the 20-week moving average. Doesn't mean altcoins can't go up. It just means that they might not be able to make the new local highs against Bitcoin or their US dollar pairing. So the areas to beat would be around here, essentially, from 14,000 or so satoshis down to about 12,000 satoshis. That would be the range where I think Tezos is going to run into some trouble. And that, you know, kind of lines up to this rising channel here. So we'll see in the coming weeks how this plays out. I mean, it could happen this week. I don't friggin' know, but it can will be coming into that area where Tezos might find some difficulty, as long as Bitcoin's below the 20-week moving average. Now, with Bitcoin holding the way it is and putting green weekly candles week after week, right? The last 2 weeks have been green. This week is so far green. Altcoins are taking advantage of that. I think you can attribute this to market sentiment. People are saying, okay, Bitcoin's holding, Bitcoin's rising. Let's take in the altcoins because they will recover harder. So the bounces will be harder than Bitcoin, which is true. But all it takes is Bitcoin to drop again or come back to the 20-week moving average and then drop again for all coins to just to drop harder. And then the fear then at that point would be a lower low at that point, right? So if we're talking about Ethereum, the lower low would be lower than 62, like 600,000 satoshis, or sorry, 6 million satoshis. Um, and with Tezos, the local low would essentially be lower than 8,300 satoshis, and ultimately breaking this channel, right? So that is the tightrope that we're on with altcoins and Tezos. Uh, with that said, I'm planning on holding Tezos throughout this cycle. Um, obviously until Bitcoin's back above the 20-week moving average, and then we could talk about Tezos making a move to the upper bounds of this chart. But until then, I expect it to stay around this area, which is fine. I'm staking my Tezos in a liquidity, like a staking pool, so earning 5% or so interest off of that, which is fine for me for the time being. Um, and it's something that maybe I like you guys can also look into in during these periods of downtrends of Bitcoin being below the 20-week moving average. And if you're not planning to change hands, sell it for a different coin, you're planning to just hold your altcoin, look into if you're able to stake it or earn interest in some regard to it, because something is better than nothing. Anyway, that's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.